good morning, good morning. Very, very interesting day yesterday. The hedges were beautiful. That's what you do. You trade up, you trade down, and then we see nothing broke up. Now, something is going on here with some stocks, and you got to watch these stocks. Very, very important here. Okay, you have this stuff that's happening is the PE is coming into play. NET, great earnings. I mean, great earnings. It's that good. Okay, but now you go look at CrowdStrike and PanW, they're down. And net, maybe it goes down 30. Holy shit, Sam, are you insane? So they did great. They're growing at 50%. So Sam's going to do you even more. And let's say they're growing at 200% a year. Okay? Let's say they're going to grow 200% a year. Okay? What is the stock worth? They told you they're going to make 15 cents for the year. 15 cents. So let's go say they're going to make next year, 2024, they're going to make 45 cents because they're growing that fast. 6 months ago to a year plus ago, that stock would trade at 80 times earnings or 90 times earnings, 100 times earnings, 200 times earnings. Okay? But if they grow at 45, and then the year after that, they grow 200% again, okay? So let's just say 50 cents, make it easier for math. And they'll make $1.50 in 2025 or 2024. No, that's right. 2024, 45 cents, 2025, $1.50. $1.50. So $1.50 times 30 PE is 45. If you're still going to give them a 30 PE, by 2025, they're still only worth $45 at a 30 PE. Holy shit, Sam. That's what's going on with all these companies. ENPH, unbelievably great growth. But they're going to make $6 this year. Times it by a 30 PE. That's if you're entitled to a 30 PE. Most of these companies are entitled to a 10 to 15 PE. So say ENPH is entitled to a 30 PE. That's 180. If it's entitled to a 20 PE, it's 120. 120. And say that ENPH is going at 100%, so 2025, they're going to go make $12. $12 times a 20 PE is still only $240. So in 2 years, they're still higher than where they should be, and that's why they're coming down. Now, PEs historically don't matter, but here's the problem. Go out there from a year and a half ago, UPST, AFRAM, all these companies, go write them down. Go write down 100 to 150 companies. All these companies, AFRAM, they were trading at 300, 400, 500 PE. Now go see where they are today. They're down by 75 to 90%. And you know why? Because will the companies ever continue to grow at that rate? What if the ENPH goes to a 20% growth after this year? Back to 150, 120, maybe 80? What if net doesn't grow? And that 16 cents doesn't go to 45, it only goes to 20. 20 at a 20 PE. 20 cents, 20 PE. $4, $40. Okay, so now even though PanW and all these are consistently growing, they should be. Now, if the market was good in a good market, they all work and you can make more money. But when they fail, they fail. Look at NVIDIA; it's finally failing today. Now we may have caught a grand slam here. Let's see, because in theory, NVIDIA should not even be 190. Probably 180. 180. Okay? So if this takes out 213, they're going to crumble it to 210, 209. And if it breaks 209, it's going to 200. Okay? Very simple. PEs matter right now. Okay, now let's go talk about two other things here. Carl Icahn did this huge put trade, 40.50. Does it break and go to 4,000 right away and he closes it? Maybe. Maybe not. Don't know. We've got to see. Here's what we know. And we detailed this the other day. When the market gets near 41.50, 41.60, 41.70, the upside before people take profit is 4,200. So let's say it's at 41.50. Your upside is 50 points. Your downside is 150 points. So what do the funds do? Oh, our risk to reward isn't great, so we just sell. So maybe they're selling short term, maybe they're selling long term. Doesn't matter. Then we see. How about that Google trade? 17 cents went to $2. Look, when you get people on TV talking stupidity, they're saying it's not a big deal that their chat bot answered the question wrong. It's not a big deal. What if you ask it, let's say they go fix it. They go fix that question. And you ask it another 100 questions. What if you have to double verify every single question you ask it? Is it the right answer? It's worthless. In my opinion, that they need 1,000 people, 8 hours a day, to verify 20 to 30 million questions and make sure they're 100% correct. If you're using AI and they say, oh, we're wrong 5% of the time, who the hell's going to use it? Nobody's going to use it. Nobody. Google should be at 83 or lower. Okay, let's go to the next thing. So Google, their expense is going to go up by $6 billion when they implement their chat thing. Now, they're going to pay that money to Google Cloud, right? But they're, inside their fuzzy math. But that means cloud usage goes up. So ChatGPT makes cloud usage go way up. Now, don't know everything about this. I never said I knew everything. I know a very high end. So if the usage goes up, in theory, the simple things that you know, even the dumb people know this, that you need more compute power if you have more users. You need more compute power. Well, that compute power comes in the mode of NVIDIA chips. But do you need that today? Do you need that next week? Do you need that in 3 months? Do you need it in 6 months? Or is it 2 years away? If it's 2 years away, NVIDIA should be 140, 150. Now, if you believe it's in 6 months, probably 230, 240. And what happens if the Microsoft chatbot, ChatGPT, answers 2 or 3 questions wrong? Does that whole thing die again for another 6 months, 6 years? Let me tell you how stupid people are on CNBC. They're blithering idiots. Complete morons. One guy says one of the best uses for ChatGPT and the Google bot is the Social Security Administration. They can look up names and how much people paid in and what the balance is and all that stuff instantaneously. Okay, it's a great use. That and the IRS. A great use. What if it's wrong 1% of the time? So on 1 million people, it's wrong, what, 10,000 times? 10,000, 1%. 10,000 people's Social Security is wrong. Who doesn't explain shit like this? These guys say, oh, Google's down a lot. Google went from 83 to 107. Why wouldn't it go back to 83? They got the answer wrong. Can't make this up. Interesting. Okay, that's what we got for today. Hope you guys like the rant. This is how you analyze stuff. Okay? Net stunningly great earnings, but they're going to make 16 cents, and if they go 200%, they're not growing at 200%. They're growing at 45. Let's just give them, they're going to make 45 cents next year. 45 cents. Times 10 is $4. Times 30 is $12. It's trading at 60. What if somebody else comes up with a product as good as theirs, and it's trading at 60? NVIDIA still has to guide down. Every single company has guided down. They still need to guide down. The issue is, when does all this demand for their platform come in? If it comes in next quarter, it's going to go way up. If they tell you it's a year away, that's no different than my business is going to be shit for a year, but then it'll be good. Oh, but it's only going to be good if they sell something into Social Security or the IRS and it works 100%. The IRS cannot have it working 99%. Do you want it to be perfect? What if ChatGPT is going to go do your payroll and you got 100 employees? So out of those 100 employees, then you after you get that, you got to go double check it by hand to make sure you paid everybody and not just forgot to do one. Let me tell you, if you use ADP or Gusto or whoever service, if you have to run a second payroll, they charge you double. They charge you the same thing they charge you on the first payroll. Wow. So just know that. If AI is not 100%, it's effectively shit. If you tell it to write code and it writes code and code is great, and now you need to hire 20 people to look at that code to see if there's a bug and test it over and over and over and over again because you don't know if it's great, it's shit. AI gets thrown away for another 10 years. Now, I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying you have to look at every single angle. Okay? That's what we know. Okay, SPX is down, what, 24, was it? 25. Okay, that puts it right at this 50-52, or 40-52, 40-31, 40-09. If 4,000 breaks, look out. CPI next week, okay, can take it way down. 150-point move up or down on CPI possible. But pretty much every single fund in the world will be hedged. Everybody will be hedged. So can it really crater then? Don't know. Upside back to 40.81, 4,100 up. Avago getting worse, 591, 582, needs 611. NVIDIA, 216, 213, 209, 202, needs 226. Land Research, 506, 501, 482, needs 432. CrowdStrike, 216. I thought net would go. See, that's why we called it a hedge, and you buy the hedge, because you thought the market would still hold up, and then the PEs wouldn't matter for another day or two, net would fly up 10 or 15, and CrowdStrike and PanW would go with it. But that's why you buy 20-cent options, 30-cent options, 40-cent options, things under $1. Okay? CrowdStrike, 109, 101. PanW, 172 underneath 158. Meta, this thing hits 197, and now 4 days in a row straight down. 169, 161, 152. If Meta has anything real going for it at all, it needs to be 182 today. Needs to be 182 today. Okay? Very interesting. Snowman, we're in both sides. Underneath. Now, if the cloud demand and everything is like for NVIDIA, then this should be at 200. If it fails and they don't really have any cloud demand or excess demand for data off the NVIDIA thing or off the Chat GPT, then this is 132. Netflix, fail. No reason to sniff it to the upside till 376. Coinbase, 56.51. MDB, 211, 209. NOW, failed at 472 again, we got out. Nice. Okay? 451, 440 needs 477 to be better. Microsoft, 266, 272, 251. A line into the gap. Into the gap. That takes it all the way down to 209, 190, 292 if it breaks. Google, 93.91. Tesla. Huge sellers on Tesla. It looks like it's failed at the 212, 213 level. It needs 216 to be better. If it takes out 196, look out. It can be 191 in a blip. Enphase. Does it take out 200? If 200 breaks, it's going to go to 191. And it's going to go there really fast. I don't know if it's going to break, but it's an opportunity to break. That's what we know. UMG, I don't play UMG. It's okay. It's natural gas, up and down. It doesn't move much. I mean, I don't play things. We play things that move. Long term, gas probably goes higher in the long term, in my opinion. Then we see. Okay? That's what we know. Everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat. Epic Brand.